Now, fuel prices hitting record highs, rising inflation affecting food prices and food banks now struggling to help the most at need. The soaring cost of living is leading to daily money worries for millions across the country. And now new data from the ONS shows that many of us are cutting back on energy and even on food. Sky's Ashna Hurinag reports.
Welcome to the sunniest place in the country and the first to declare a cost of living emergency. At Eastbourne's Age Concern, we're just in time for Current Affairs Hour, dominated by one conversation.
There are answers, but it's just having the will of the government to actually do something.
The problem is intergenerational. Diane recognises the struggles for her son, who's among the 90% of parents across Britain worried about the impact of rising costs. Balancing the books feels familiar.
I have lived through a very high inflationary period in the late 70s, early 80s, and I look at situations like my son's family, and they have 4 children, so there's a lot of food to buy in each day, each week for them, and you can see that they are worried. They're looking at everything.
Like their pensions, despite inflation the highest it's been in 40 years, payments haven't kept up, and Pat can't help but notice.
Might have gone out to lunch for a couple of times with friends. You think, perhaps not. You know, small things like that, but it's the beginning.
It's the beginning, middle and end of every day for the thousands that rely on the town's food bank, now the busiest in the UK.
You've got fruit, you've got custard, you've got rice pudding.
Everything will go in the next 2 hours. Such is demand. More than half of households across the country are cutting back on their energy use, including Tony, who's been surviving on £60 a week for 6 years.
If it wasn't for these food banks, they'd be building more prisons to put the people in for going out there, committing crimes, just to eat and just to feed their kids. How loud can one man shout? Not very loud. Not very loud at all. He does not get heard.
If the squeeze isn't being felt now, it's on the way. Derek is responsible for much of the collage of creativity at Eastbourne Shed. Among the sawdust is concern and cautious optimism.
Got to cut corners somewhere to try and stay afloat. It's not easy. We survived the war, we got over that. We were broke, bankrupt, but we survived. So things will pick up. But I'm not booking any holidays at the moment.
Even luxuries are being left behind as every corner of the country worries about what's to come. Ashna Hurinag, Sky News in Eastbourne.
Let's have a look at the weekend weather.